What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome to my unit analysis and review of Vigarde. I'll also be going over the builds that you can run on him for different game modes, and at the end I'll have a special segment because he definitely deserves it. So Vigarde is a 196 BST Lance Armor with Protection Pike Plus. Unfortunately, despite his amazing art, he doesn't really get a preferred weapon, even though we have got Hans and Reeve with a preferred weapon. So it's kind of beyond me why they didn't really give him a preferred weapon. But Protection Pike Plus is basically the non-seasonal version of Candy Cane Plus, where the unit needs to be within 3 spaces of an ally, and then you can get +5 attack and defense in combat, and also the guard effect. So it's a decent inedible weapon, but no preferred weapon at that. So it is going to be working out fine on a budget, but at high investments, he's definitely going to be wanting Arcane Xiang as his weapon. Now, he is 196 BST, which means that with a super boon on his defense, he's going to be able to reach 200 BST, which actually makes him the highest scoring free-to-play unit present in the game as of right now. So that is going to be helpful for free-to-play players for the scoring, but at the end of the day, he's still going to be a painful unit to be used in arena because of his, mobility as an armor unit. And looking at his stats, he does have base 47 attack and super boon to his defense, which is going to be helping him reach that 200 BST mark. And he can be compared to the other Lance armor which we have got not that long ago in Cervantes. So Vigarde is basically going to be better than Cervantes because he has got better attack and a bit better resistance, and also 1 extra BSTs, which means that he's able to hit 200 BST, which Cervantes cannot. So when it comes to the scoring, Vigarde is going to be the superior Lance armor. But still, at the end of the day, both of them don't really have a preferred weapon and are going to be having trouble facing competition from the other armor units who can function as a near-safe tank. Vigarde has got Defense Res Ideal 3 at 5-star and Wary Fighter 3 at 4-star, so even when it comes to his fodder, it's not really all that good, similar to his stat line. It's a bit awkward. We have already seen Defense Res Ideal 3 before, so I kind of wish that he had better fodder at the very least. If he didn't really have a preferred weapon and this kind of awkward stat line. So overall, Vigarde is going to be standing out as a free-to-play high-scoring unit with that 200 BST for arena game modes, and he can function as a near-safe tank with his high attack and physical bulk, but not having a preferred weapon means that he's going to be facing, competition from so many armor units like Brave Hector, Ascended Idun when it comes to a blue near-save armor unit, and he really needs to have that arcane weapon if you're going to be investing into him. And his awkward stat line really doesn't help because his speed is at such a weird point where it doesn't really help him outspeed much, and it's not even dumped to make it so that he has got more bulk. So this kind of stat line doesn't really do him many favors, and while he can be a high scoring unit in arena, at the end of the day, armor units do have low mobility, so it is still going to be suffering to use him in arena game mode. Now we do have the arena changes, which does allow you to have the highest score possible with your team without fishing with the dual crest. So having a 200 BST unit could be helpful there, but still, again, it is going to be a suffering. And with the new arena rules, as long as you have got a legendary unit as the bonus, you are actually allowed to have 1 unit kill per match. So even though he can be suffering, I guess it's a bit better now with the arena change that someone like him, who's an armor unit, mainly there for the scoring as a score stick, is going to be a bit more useful, and you're going to be having that 1 unit death allowed if you have the legendary bonus unit. Ultimately, he's only going to be useful as a score stick for free-to-play players, and I can only see people who are a big fan of his art or Sacred Stone fans building him up to high investment with the Arcane Lance. Other than that, he doesn't really stand out too much, which is really a shame because his art is just so top tier. If you're going to be building up Vigarde on a budget, then you can simply give him the Defense Refine and give him Swap, and just have him with Defense Res Ideal 3 and Ward Armor. So that is going to be fine, and you can just change a special for something else like Bonfire if you want to, but his default Draconic Aura is going to be fine, and any kind of Sacred Seal which can increase his defense is going to be useful. So Attack Defense Form or Defense Res Ideal is going to be working out fine, and if you want to invest a bit more into him, then Arcane Xiang is definitely something you will be needing. And you can definitely run a standard near save armor build with Attack Defense near save and Sturdy Stance. And we have gotten the Ephemera Manual for Degencia, so you can get the Slick Fighter from there. And Slick Fighter is going to be overlapping with the Arcane Xiang when it comes to the follow-up attack, but here we are mainly using Slick Fighter so that we are not affected by any kind of debuffs. So that is the purpose of the Slick Fighter, and this is mainly going to be a more accessible build if you have got access to like a Dedu for the near save. But if you want to build him up without the overlap of Slick Fighter and Arcane Xiang, then you can definitely give him Hardy Fighter. So Arcane Xiang is definitely pretty good, giving you minus on special cooldown, giving you the auto follow up and the follow up negation, and also these special charges. So because of these special charges, it is going to be pretty easy to loop the Pavis, and you can have it pre-charged with Hardy Fighter. So because he does get auto follow up out of Arcane Xiang, he can just run Hardy Fighter in his slot B and function as a bulky unit. And he can be used in Aether Raids defense as well in something like Dark Season in a Katria Ball, and there he's going to be functioning fine with a pre-charged Pavis being really annoying to the melee initiators. So that is also a way of using him with Hardy Fighter, and he can also be optimized for Arcane Xiang build by using Guard 4. Now, if you don't really have Guard 4, then Special Fighter 4 could also be run. You're basically going to be trading away the damage reduction for the healing that you get out of Special Fighter 4. But again, there's going to be a bit of an overlap with the special charges of Arcane Xiang and Special Fighter 4. So that's why Guard 4 here does help you with the damage reduction that you can get, and also giving you Guard in both phases. And mainly in the enemy phase, we're going to be needing the Guard because he is an armor unit, and you can also get Attack Defense Bond 4 from the Dancer Quan Ephemera manual that we had. So that could be run, or you could even run Attack Defense Unity, as attack and defense are going to be two of his most important stats. So basically, you're going to be having the damage reduction on foe's first attack because of Guard 4, and then you can retaliate back with bonfires. So that is going to be really helpful, and with his high attack and defense, he's definitely going to be able to do a lot of damage. He could also be run as a far safe tank actually, because he does have more resistance than Cervantes at the very least. So with Arcane Xiang, he could be run with this kind of far safe build, but keep in mind that if you're going to be running him as a far savior, then Aegis and Hardy Fighter is going to be a must, because you're going to be facing units with pre-charged Deadeye, with pre-charged lethality. So having that defensive special is going to be really important, and because of these special charges that you can get out of Arcane Xiang, it is going to be pretty easy to loop Aegis and mostly have it charged up. And plus defense is going to be the IV that most people are going to be opting for, because it's the super boon and it allows him to hit 200 BST. And speaking of hitting 200 BST, he could of course be used in Arena as a score stick. So if you want to optimize him a bit more, then you can definitely try and run Close Defense 4. And this way, he's going to be ignoring any kind of visible buffs of the opponent, which is going to be really helpful, because in Arena, a lot of units are going to be having the rally skills. And again, Special Fighter 4 could be run here in the slot B, but Guard 4 does give you that damage reduction, and then you can retaliate back with Blue Flame, which is going to be functioning with that near save, and it's going to be a 2 cooldown special. So that could be run, or you could even run Ruptured Sky if you want to. Any of them can be the option, and you can just run him as a near save unit in Arena, who's going to be scoring 200 BST with that defense super boon. So that defense super boon is definitely going to be pretty important. So you will have to spend the trade fruits on him if you want him to function as a score stick in Arena. I really wish that Vigarde came with a bit more interesting stat line and also a preferred weapon. I really don't see why he doesn't deserve a preferred weapon with that amazing art and that amazing lance that he has got in his art. So this is my theory craft if he was improved. So I would definitely make him as a fast lance armor unit, because we have got a ton of slow lance armor in the Grail pool and also in the free-to-play pool. So him being fast would definitely be a lot more unique. And I would give him Grado's Pike as the preferred weapon. So this is going to be helping him a lot. And this is not really insane weapon, and it's going to be going well with the stat line. So I've adjusted his stat line so that he has got more speed, and he has got a bit less resistance, HP, and attack. So a lot of it does go into the speed, which does make him unique. So he is going to be able to get +3 speed out of Grado's Pike, and then at start of combat, if he's at or above 25% HP, he's able to get +5 to all of his stats, null follow-up, and he also neutralizes foes' buffs and restores 7 HP after the combat. So null follow-up on a preferred weapon of a Grail unit is not going to be too insane, because we have seen inhittable weapons like Petalfall Waste Plus before with null follow-up, and it's not going to be too insane. And neutralizing foes' buffs is definitely going to be helping him in tanking, and healing HP is also not that insane. So this weapon is actually pretty decent. It's not really like overbearing or anything too insane. And I would definitely make him come with Special Fighter 3 here instead of Wary Fighter, which we have had since the launch of the game. So Special Fighter is already available in the Divine Codes pretty easily, so having it on a Grail unit wouldn't be, the world-ending stuff. And Kestrel Stance 2 is only available on Yen phase, so that would also be a decent skill that he could have. So those are the changes that I would make honestly on Vigarde and make him a much better Grail unit. If he had a preferred weapon, that would just set him apart so much, and not having a preferred weapon really holds him back, especially with his awkward stat line. So let me know in the comments what you think about this theorycraft, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to share this video with your friends if they're trying to build up Vigarde. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to leave a like and a comment, helps me tremendously. And if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more FEH videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as having amazing art but having no preferred weapon. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.